Have you ever loved a subject, but the teacher teaching it completely ruined your love for the subject? Trying to get through a tough class with a teacher that doesn't know how to teach properly or seems to not even know what they're doing is really hard. The quality of effort a teacher puts into teaching their students plays a huge role in their future educational success. My name is Malia Arrington, and this is my persuasive speech on why teachers should have to pass a test of basic skills to ensure children are getting the proper education and reaching their full educational potential. Even if some teachers believe that professional development should not be required after tenure, teachers should still have to pass a basic skill test every 10 years to renew their certification because one, technology and teaching methods are rapidly changing, two, motivation of teachers after they receive their tenure may go down, and three, the quality of teaching performance has a huge effect when it comes to students reaching their full educational potential. With the rapid change of teaching methods, along with it becomes the advancement of technology and the difficulty of being able to adjust without the renewal of teaching certification. This requires teachers to be constantly trained and adjusted to the newly introduced ways to teach their students by their district. In the 21st century, technology has been seen to change the way teachers go about their teaching techniques. Technology replacing more traditional ways of teaching is the same concept as smartboards replacing whiteboards, whiteboards replacing chalkboards, and chalkboards replacing whatever teachers wrote on before chalkboards were invented. According to Leeds from TeachHub in 2017, technologies are consistently changing and improving. Issuing basic skills tests every 10 years will ensure that every teacher is changing and improving along with the technology and students. The consistent changes throughout the years can only be sure to reach every teacher possible with the issuing of the renewal of certification every decade. In states such as Alabama, California, and Colorado, teachers receive something called tenure. If you're not familiar with what tenure is a legal policy that doesn't allow a teacher to lose their job without probable cause after they've been teaching for a certain amount of years, depending on what state you're in. In order to make sure that these teachers with tenure are still freshly qualified to educate their students, there should be a basic skills test for teachers to take every 10 years to renew their teaching certification. If a teacher receives tenure, they have been seen to take their job for granted. After teachers receive their tenure, the student's education may be at stake because the teacher knows they're not going to lose their job without probable cause, leading them to insincerely teaching their students and possibly not even caring. According to Noah Berlatsky in 2016, the main function of these tenure laws is to help bad teachers keep their jobs. A teacher who knows that they have a job and no longer teaches their students the way they did before they received tenure is the definition of a bad teacher. The issuing of a basic skills test to renew certification would help filter out all of the no longer qualified teachers who have received tenure. When a student finally reaches their full educational potential, like graduating high school, college, or even graduate school, they're able to look back at their favorite teachers or professors that got them where they are today and their not so favorite teachers or professors that they're glad to finally be away from. By issuing a basic skills test to teachers or professors every 10 years to renew their teaching certification, it can reduce the number of not so favorite teachers looked back at by their past students. If a teacher can't teach properly, it's very obvious to a good majority of the classroom. Teachers that don't teach properly will lead to the dislike of the teacher themselves, increased likelihood for the students to go out of their way to cheat on quizzes or tests, and other rebellious acts from the students themselves. According to Robert Prentice in 2016, 110 teachers were put on administrative leave and many were even fired. Students rebelling against teachers that aren't meeting their needs can lead to quick chaos, such as the wretched loss of jobs. Districts issuing all of their teachers a basic skill test every 10 years to renew their certification can limit or even possibly prevent things like this to happen. Some teachers believe that they shouldn't be required to take a basic skill test every 10 years to renew their certification, and this is because they've already gone through all of their basic training to become a teacher in the first place. Extra training every 10 years to them is a waste of time. In most states, the process of becoming a teacher is very long and thorough in the first place, and to have to renew their certification every 10 years just because of the slack ones is insulting to them. It's unfair to the genuine teachers to have to renew their certification just because of the others in their work field not reaching their full potential of teaching. While some teachers think they don't need to reevaluate their teaching skills after a certain point, teachers should nevertheless have to pass a basic skills test every 10 years to renew their certification. The teaching system is evolving, and if the skills test was taken every 10 years, teachers would be able to keep up with the system a lot easier. Another reason the skill test should be taken is because the receival of tenure in the legal states may take away the motivation of teachers to put in their full efforts And not putting in all of their effort eventually leads to teachers not genuinely teaching their students, not genuinely caring, and having an obvious effect on educational success in the student's future. As time goes by, teachers are seen to become consistent because they become confident in their teaching ways as opposed to keeping up with modern day techniques. Without the renewal of teacher certification every 10 years by passing a basic skills test, there's a bigger possibility for students unfortunately not reaching their full potential in education. If actions are taken to change the frequency of basic skills tests, your child will be able to reach a higher educational potential. Thank you for watching.